doesn't play with his stomach. He can eat.
He's so serious that people hardly want to meet him because they say he's too principled. So they coin him in our family as the Black Oyibo.
He taught me that we should not abuse relationship, that we should get things done properly.
You know, it made life a lot easier for me. It was like a second arm.
He's someone who does not give the third party a room to know what's going on between you two.
Those good old days, when he was his toasting the wife, and I was his bouncer then.
He is a pragmatic and iconic leader, known for leading by example, inspiring and encouraging others, taking responsibility for losses, and giving credit to his followers for victories. He keeps his focus on solutions and leaves the blame game to the weak. A voracious reader, intelligent, creative, a true and resilient leader. He is Wasiu Akeushola.
Friends, colleagues, and associates call me Wezi Etis of Nigeria.
An unarguably intelligent and devoted Muslim, born on the 22nd of June, 1962, to Alhaji Hamza and Alhaja Rainat Akeushola in Lagos State. He began his education at St. Paul's Anglican School, Idioro, Alakara, Lagos, and proceeded to Zumratul Islamia Grammar School, Yaba, in 1976, where he obtained a West African School Certificate in 1981. Afterwards, he went to the Federal School of Arts and Science for his higher school certificate.
It's not used to housework. From you too. It has never been the type that you send on errand and he will be very happy to go on the errand. But he won't reject for not going. But he was a simple boy, very simple when he was young. Even up to now, he's a gentleman. When he was young, even up to now, he doesn't play with his stomach. Though he's not a large dog, he has been very fragile, very tiny when he was young. But then he can eat. So we term him Dakpo. It's not his real name, Deka Dakpo. So when they give us, they dish our money for food that time, there's nothing he will buy that will be satisfied. He prefers to go and buy bread and beans. And his own share of the money will not cater for the two. And he would like to eat strong. So there was this bread we call special bread. How much was it that time? Whether 2 pence. That's very huge and thick, like 4 slices pressed together, but it's very strong. So you will be looking for somebody that will join your money with his, so that you combine together and go and buy the bread. You give him his share, you go and buy beans, so that you'll be okay. You understand? When he comes to me, I say, I don't want to eat bread today. I say, please, Auntie Mejeka Dakpo, let's join together. So that Dakpo, eventually we used to tease him, say, Dakpo, Mr. Dakpo.
Alhaji Akeushola is a very simple and easygoing person, and if you know him very well, you will enjoy him very well. He is not a troublesome guy. Like we went to boys only school, but we can pick some of us that are very troublesome then when we were very young. And anyway, boys will always play pranks, but in that kind of environment, you have 2 sets of people in the area of popularity. Some people will be popular because of the knowledge. They are they are very good and very brilliant, and some other people will be very brilliant, will be okay He's very popular in the area of rascality. But the other side is the positive side, which everybody knows him very well. Very brilliant and very okay in the area of his studies, and is very, very humble person.
He has been a very serious person, and as at now, he has even added more. He's an obedient person with high integrity, very serious-minded, very articulate and meticulous. He's so serious that people hardly want to meet him because they say he's too principled. So they coin him in our family as the Black Oyibo.
As a professional, in the professional circles belonging to a professional body that binds us all together. But I must say that when I met him, I never imagined that he was a civil servant. The way he conducted himself, I had thought that he was a private sector quantity surveyor. It was much later that I realized that he was with the civil service. And let me say that one of the things that stands him out is that he's hardworking.
In his quest for adapting a universal experience in cost planning, procurement processes, and the management of construction projects, and with a drive for creativity, Wasiu proceeded to University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, in 1982 and bagged a degree in quantity surveying in 1987. While at the university, he got good technical education and knowledge about his field and other fields. This helped him to become a resourceful person who is meticulous and attentive to details. No wonder he successfully navigated the education, construction, engineering, and public sectors.
I could remember I believed that he was my friend. And I was supposed to get a valuation for a job done. And I approached him that, Oga, on this job, please, this job, I wanted an advanced valuation. I wanted him to do something for me, extraordinary. He sat me down and said, "Sheson, we are good friends, but I want you to go and do that job. Don't worry, just do the job in our 1 2 weeks. Then you come over for evaluation and we give it to you." I never expected that from him. But after all, I was really, really better off. He taught me that we should not abuse relationship, that we should get things done properly. And so if I'm going to meet him for anything, I will always sit down. I'm sure I'm very, very upright. So I think it's a virtue I learned from him also.
The assistance that he offered me when I was about to graduate, we were doing our project. And so we needed to type our project. And at the time, computers are not like this. They are big PC systems. And so we didn't have access to a computer at Ife at that time. So he now told me that he had a cousin in Lagos who is into such things. So, and I was wondering if I brought it to his cousin, how will I be able to pay? It's very expensive typing documents using a PC at that time. Not now that you just go into your own and do whatever you want to do. So he now told me that we can bring it to his cousin. So we brought the documents to the cousin in Ireland, and the woman did the work, typed it neatly, and gave it to me.
Mr. Wasiu Akiushola started his journey in the state's public service as a quantity surveyor grade 2 at the Lagos State Development and Property Corporation, LSDPC, in 1991. For 23 years, Mr. Akiushola ensured that on each of his tour duty at the Lagos State Development Property Corporation, he left behind a policy worthy of emulation. No wonder he became the acting managing director in 2015. As the acting managing director, he successfully harnessed the resources within the agency towards increasing the business turnover rate of the Lagos State Development Property Corporation. Due to its success level, LSDPC became a force to be reckoned with.
He was very particular about the health of the staff of the corporation then. He was very particular about improving the clinic that we have within the corporation. He also insisted that we should have a doctor within the corporation that will man the clinic, that he believed that the matron was not capable of attending to the health challenges of the staff. Just to tell you how determined and how principled and how he have the interest of the staff of the corporation at hand.
Wasiu's record at the LSDPC earned him the position of the General Manager, New Towns Development Authority NTDA, and then Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Housing in May 2019. As the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Housing, he brought his wealth of knowledge and utilized the strength of his team to complete abandoned projects that were eventually commissioned.
I stay here, our relationship here has been very cordial, and apart from the fact that we deal with ourselves professionally, we also look out for ourselves. And she's one of those people that can enter, come to my office, just come in, like, Commissioner, this and this and this. I think this is what you should do, you should consider. And not once have I ever found out giving me wrong advice.
During his time, more than 15 schemes were delivered to the good people of Lagos State. Some of these schemes include Shogutedo Scheme of Lagos Homes, Lateef Jakonde Gardens, Igodo, Abiodu Ogunleye Estate, Igbogbo, and joint venture schemes like Raji Fashola Estate, Ipori, and Lekki Phase 2 scheme at Lekki, amongst others. Indeed, Wasiu Akiushola is more than a working permanent secretary. He is a trailblazer and a risk-taker who stands for progress, accountability, unity, competence, and value.
He was quite honest about a lot of things. He was straightforward. He was never afraid also to tell me, his boss, that we should do something the other way around. Coming from private sector that I was, I'm ready to listen to that. But in the civil service, you don't talk to your boss. But he saw that I was quite open, could eat together, we could go to so many places together. So I was quite excited working with him, and I was very happy. You know, it made life a lot easier for me. It was like a second arm, not a spare tire, but a second arm. Being a quantity surveyor, you know, that really helped.
Dedicated to duty. Akiushola take time to look at every file very well, from the beginning to the end.
A good leader is not a boss. He's ready to give advice and ready to say, why don't we do it this way, instead of go and do it this way.
Wasiu Akiushola is a credible personality with diverse professional backgrounds. A member of several professional bodies, Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors and Association of Professional Bodies of Nigeria. Also, he served as the chairman and national treasurer of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, Lagos chapter.
I remember during the time I was vying for the position of the president of the institute, he was one of the few people that went around and then selling the idea to people that I got elected that time in Ibadan. But he also, the time he became chairman of Lagos chapter of the institute, he performed wonderfully, that is still on record till today, all this achievement that he has done within the Lagos. And Lagos chapter is actually the mother of all chapters of the profession.
Wasiu is a devout Muslim aside from being a professional. This is evident in the purity of his character. the quality of interaction he has with others, and his contributions to his surroundings. These principles have guided him in the course of his journey.
To mosque together, so he's a very, very religious person, and he loves to wear agbada. Any opportunity he gets, agbada straight. Fridays we go to mosque together. He's always in his agbada. So I know him religiously as well as a very religious person.
Thing I've also enjoyed from him that I really pick notice of, and that is as vast as his profession in the faith as well. He's committed to his religion, his faith.
A man of a simple character, and he's not flamboyant. Likewise, I'm not flamboyant. So these traits naturally drew us together.
Somebody that will stand by you when you're on the right path. But if you go the other way, then you're on your own. So all he does is that he puts in his best and he leaves every other thing for others to judge.
We had differences one way or the other, but no matter how bad our differences have been or have gone, he would always let it go at the instance. The moment you realize your mistake and apologize, he doesn't keep things for too long. And aside that, he's someone who does not give the third party a room to know what's going on between you two.
Ọ̀gá yìí tẹ ẹni tó bá ń jalè, àbí ẹni tó bá ń wàkíwà. Ọ̀gá yìí tẹ. Ọ̀dà pé wọ́n ayé tẹ lọ rẹpẹtẹ náà, ó máa sọ fún ẹ. Nǹkan tó ṣe bá lẹ́kùn ò dáa. Tí má ti ṣe ọ̀gá mi, nísìn, mi ṣe wọn ọjọ́ méjì, kan tó náà dẹ̀ ti mọ kí ọ̀gá ẹ má bínú ẹ̀ kan, ọ̀gá ẹ má bínú ẹ̀ kan, ọ̀gá ẹ má fún gbàgbé má ṣe rú ẹ̀ mọ́, náà dẹ̀ ti jáwọ́ nú ẹ̀ ni.
Beyond being a qualified quantity surveyor, he is also the author of Zakat, the Golden Pillar of Islam, published in June 2012, and Islam, Science and Production of Enduring Islamic Calendar, published in June 2015.
He has written a number of books. I can recollect the one he wrote on Zakat, So that's how deep he is religious-wise.
He is happily married and blessed with children.
When my colleagues are getting married, and I realized that I have to marry along with my colleagues, then I started looking at damsels that I can marry. So this young lady, I met her LSDPC. Fortunately, she came to our general office, then our departmental office, for assistance of phone call. She wanted to phone our office. But in our own general office, that is Surveying Department General Office, we have external line there. So she came there to beg for phone to call their own office. All this Nitel phone. So then after calling, fine girl ni. From where? He said, LBIC. Okay, that's good. We now started interacting. Eventually, I demanded for engine number and chassis in all of the particulars. When police ask you for your particulars, no matter what he wants to use it for, because she gave me her particulars, including engine and chassis number, of which I started using it, and the rest is history.
Being his wife is a wonderful thing. We've been friends for more than 30 years now, because we got married in 1992, and he has been a wonderful person at home and to the family in general. I told him, I'll get married to you, but you won't disturb me going to church. He said, no, you won't disturb me, that there is no compulsion in Islam but that I can do my religion. But the only clause is that I won't take his children to church. I said yes. But when I got married to him, I saw him practice the religion, and he was so nice. I said, I now went to him to ask him, if I want to practice your religion, will you teach me how to do this? He said, why not? So he gave me tracts to read, books to read, not that he just said, sit down, let me. So I read it and found the religion interesting more than what even I saw in him anyway. So I embraced Islam. I reverted to Islam. So he's a nice man. We travel together. I mean, the only time he traveled alone was maybe when he went for a course abroad. And he even planned us meeting elsewhere at the US. So he came to meet us there. Because that's how we've not even live ourselves. We don't live ourselves at home. We travel together, we enjoy traveling, we fight too. We fight, we have arguments, but I will still come to what he says and what he wants. And that has been the secret for the more than 30 years we've been in a relationship.
It doesn't beat, actually. That's even one. It doesn't beat. He only just scolds and just starts giving you lectures like maybe that's the first and the last time you ever see him, because like, okay, I'm giving this advice so you never do it in your life again. And maybe I'll never see you again. Just that kind of thing. It's always like all these final moments, lecture. So that's...
Let's wake up early in the morning, we pray, after finish praying, then for mosque, we'll jog. Apart from that one, we kind of like play table tennis, we play chess. Like for example, we go out and like, okay, let's just stroll somewhere, or like when he's advising you, also like get some ideas from the Quran, and like, okay, this is what the Quran says, and we try our best to like follow what it says and put it in practice.
He provided the right leadership for us in those good old days. We were always clamoring around him, clustering around him. And I used to remember those good old days when he was his toasting the wife. And I was his bouncer then, whoever was trying to stop him from entering the father-in-law's house then. We were always going to Egbeda then together. I was always telling him to be bold and nothing is going to happen. For Sister Dupe, despite some little challenges then.
This level, he has never changed. He has never, even I used to tell him, even when we are talking, in the Wasiu, you don't even change. As a born Muslim, please keep the good job on. May Allah be with you. You are engaging, not you are dying. Whatever you lay your hand on it, may Allah bless it. Amen.
Wasiu Akeushola, you have indeed shown that you are a man of valor, a man of integrity, a man worthy to be celebrated at all times, a man worthy of emulation. Together, we say congratulations on your Diamond Jubilee. Happy 60th birthday, Wasiu, and happy retirement.
Wake up. Don't walk, you don't try. You supposed to be jai.